an opportunity for practice, an opportunity for reflection, an opportunity for us just to begin to ease the busyness or explore, understand, gain a little bit of insight into the busyness of our mind and how we can begin to soften it, to calm it, to work with it rather than work against it. And remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. We can make mistakes. In fact, the most important part of this practice for me is the failure at it. Is not being good at it, is actually being distracted. You know? It's not always about trying to find some sort of blissful state. But actually, an integral part of, in particular, shamatha practice or breathing practice is failing at it. And failing as often as we can. Getting really good at failing. And so let's just bring some attention into the body. And we're just getting a sense of us just sat here or lay there, wherever you are. Getting a sense of the posture and shuffling around a bit. Now this practice is about bringing some equanimity. And by that I mean just seeing thoughts as being thoughts. That sounds are sounds, sensations, sensations. We don't need to rate them. No good or bad, more important, less important. We're just noting the movement. And then allowing our attention to rest simply on the movement of our breath. And from that, I'll just invite you just to bring some attention to our breath, if you haven't already. And I want you to try and see if you can bring some of the tension just around the sort of nose and upper lip area, just at the nostrils. Maybe you can feel the air as it passes through, just at the end of the nose, on the upper lip. You don't need to worry if you can't feel something straight away. All we're going to do is just start holding our attention in this area. Now you may feel movement down in the stomach, back of your throat. But just doing your best just to hold some of that wonderful attention just at the nose. You're not trying to force it. Remember, no expectation. Doesn't matter how well you did the last time you did one of these practices. And remember, distraction's important. Thoughts and sounds, incredibly important part of this practice. Let the mind wander. That's your opportunity to gently guide it back to the breath and rest that attention there again onto that movement of breath. Maybe noticing you're focusing particularly on a sound. Again, with equanimity, gently guide your attention back onto the breath again. And it doesn't matter how many times you get distracted. It doesn't matter how many times you lose that attention. Every single time is just one distraction closer to equanimity. And now, before I just let you go and practice in silence, I'm just going to bring a little bit of intention into this practice. Now that we just begin to soften our mind a little. That maybe through this spiritual journey of ours, this journey of understanding, journey of observation, regulation, journey of compassion, whatever it is for you, that through your own practice, through your own time, through your own dedication, that it may help shine a light, help guide, point others. And helping them better understand themselves too. Maybe help them find some peace, some stillness, some kindness, compassion. And just letting that intention rest like a pebble thrown into a pond, as it feathers all the way down to the bottom. And just letting that intention rest for the rest of this practice. And just coming back to our breath again. And as I go a little silent, just practicing distraction, gently returning. Remembering it's not about how well you're doing. Even if my voice is a reminder as you're thinking about work or family, finances. But as we begin to find ourselves distracted by happenings, we get a choice. We can continue to think. Not that distractions are bad, and not that thinking is bad. Good luck trying to stop thinking. We just notice that we're thinking. And we just choose consciously to guide our attention back to our breath again. And just seeing how long we can hold our attention at the nose. Nothing more or less important. The thoughts, just for this practice, are just thoughts. That the belief of being tangled up in them, again, is just a thought. The feeling of overthinking, again, is just a thought that each time we just return our attention back to the breath without criticism, without judgment. And feeling into those sensations. doesn't matter whether you're feeling more relaxed or less relaxed, whether your mind is busier or less busy. All we're doing right now is just some practice of finding some equanimity in both busy, not busy, relaxed, not relaxed, distracted, less distracted. That can I find some space to be with all of that movement, seeing it as just a thought, and using my breath, or using our breath, in particular at the nose, the lip, as somewhere I can just hold my attention, not to distract myself from the thoughts. It is a conscious decision, a conscious choice. It's a way of watching the happenings, observing the happenings, and consciously bringing our attention. We can choose to keep thinking, but it's that choice that we're after. That I'm no longer unconsciously or subconsciously living my life, that I'm getting insight into the movements of our mind and self-regulating. And even if you find yourself in your mind just saying thought, just thought, meeting whatever you're distracted by with that gentle statement that this is just a thought, then that's okay. But as you're finding yourself thinking about work or family, distracted by whatever's happening, You're just noticing this distraction, reminding yourself, thought, just thought, and consciously bringing your attention back to the movement of your breath. Always remembering this is just practice. Doesn't matter how well you're doing. And for the last couple of minutes, if you'd like to, you can disregard my comments and just continue to watch the movement of your breath, work with the distraction. But I'd like to add in a little bit of extra compassion, practice. So I'd invite you to do, just in your thoughts, as you're breathing in, just want you to say in your mind what you feel you need right now, like you could breathe whatever it is that you need into the body. And maybe right now you need a little bit of strength. Maybe you've been a little hard on yourself and you're realizing that just at the moment, you're needing a little bit of forgiveness. Maybe it's compassion, warmth, joy, faith, hope. whatever it is. And the word you can change as often as you like. Sometimes it's nice to have a new one on each breath. Or maybe right now all you need is just a bit of strength. And so as you breathe in, you're just going to say the word strength as you breathe in. And just imagine you could breathe that strength down into your heart. Or breathe that forgiveness, warmth, compassion, whatever it is. You don't need to change your breath. All you're doing is just adding an extra word, or maybe it's a short phrase. Maybe you want to use metta, like, may I be happy, healthy. May I be free from suffering. May I be at peace. But you're just breathing in what you feel you need right now, letting that touch your heart if you can. And finally, if you could imagine transforming that self-compassion into selflessness of compassion. I want you to, as you breathe out, so you're going to let go of the word of breathing in. Breathe out, and breathe out what you feel the world needs right now. Maybe it's connection, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. And you're going to breathe out and just say that word as you're breathing out. Your thoughts, or you can do it aloud. Whatever you like. You breathe out and just say in your thoughts what you feel the world needs right now. And breathe that into the world. A thought can change if you want to. And breathe out and say the word compassion if you're struggling with a particular word. And as you're doing this, I also invite you just beginning to open your eyes if you haven't already. You're breathing out warmth that this world needs, connection, togetherness, whatever it is. As you open your eyes, you're still breathing in that way, breathing out. And just invite you just to keep going, just for another 5 or 6 more breaths, breathing out what you feel the world needs right now. And transforming what we often feel as selfish practices and self-kindness and self-compassion into that selfless gift of compassion.